Hello children, today I'll explain you the poetic devices used in poem 2, Wind, written by Subramanya Bharati. So the first poetic device used in this poem is alliteration, which means repetition of a consonant sound. Examples can be seen in line 12, Wind God winnows, where the poet has repeated letter W twice. The second example can be seen in line 5, where it is written, threw them all down, where letter T is repeated. And the third example of alliteration can be seen in line number 18. Wind will be friends with us, where letter W is repeated thrice. So alliteration, where repetition of consonant sound is seen. Now the second poetic device used in the poem is anaphora. Anaphora means repetition of same word in successive lines. Examples. The first example is the repetition of word don't in lines 1, 2 and 3. Second example is repetition of you in lines 6, 7 and 8. And the third example is repetition of grumbling in lines 9, 10 and 11. And the fourth example is repetition of the word let's in line 14 and 15. Now, the next poetic device used here is metaphor. Metaphor means direct comparison between two things. This entire poem is an example of metaphor where wind is compared to humanity to stand against all the odds or difficulties of life. Now, the next poetic device used in the poem is personification. Personification is a device in which a poet gives or attributes the quality of human beings to non-living things or animals. In this poem, at many places, the poet has used words for wind, which is a non-living thing. And the first example can be seen in line 5 and 8, where you is referred to as wind. In lines 12, 13 and 22, wind is referred to as God. In lines 18 and 20, wind is referred to as a friend, and in line 21, wind is referred to as human being. So these are the examples of personification. Now, the last poetic device used in the poem is symbolism, where wind is a symbol of hardships, adversities and challenges of life, or we can say the difficulties and obstacles that come in our life, which we have to face by becoming strong and firm. So children, I have explained you all the poetic devices used in the poem Wind.